Hi students, today I will start work power energy topic. Now, first of all, work. So, what is meant by work? You know, work is defined as simply the dot product of force and displacement. W equal to F bar dot S bar. Work W equal to F bar dot S bar. Dot product of force and displacement. That equal to F S cos theta. The theta is the angle between F bar and S bar. W equal to Fs cos theta. So now work is a scalar. Work is a scalar quantity. You know dot product of any two vectors is scalar. Work is a scalar. Now work may be positive, negative or 0. If theta equal to 0 degrees, then work equal to Fs cos 0, that equal to Fs. If theta equal to pi by 2, then W equal to Fs cos pi by 2. You know cos pi by 2 0, so work equal to 0. If theta equal to 180, consider W equal to Fs cos 180, that is minus Fs, because cos 180 equal to minus 1. So clearly work may be positive, negative or 0. Work depends on frame of reference. Very, very important one. Work depends on frame of reference. For example, if F bar equal to Fx I cap plus Fy j cap plus Fz k cap. F bar equal to Fx I cap plus Fy j cap plus Fz k cap. And S bar equal to Sx I cap plus Sy j cap plus Sz k cap. Then the work done W equal F bar dot S bar, which is equal to Fx I cap plus Fy j cap plus Fz k cap dot Sx I cap plus Sy j cap plus Sz k cap, which is equal to Fx into Sx, because I dot I equal to 1, I dot j equal to 0. So Fy Sy plus Fz Sz. So work done W equal to Fx Sx plus Fy Sy plus Fz Sz. The area under force and displacement graph will give work. Area under force and displacement. For example, force is taking along y-axis, displacement along x-axis. It is like this. We say that F is equal to 5 newtons, 0, 2 meters, 4 meters, 6 meters. Therefore, the work done by this force W equal to area under this force and displacement graph. That is, it is area of triangle plus rectangle plus triangle. That is, work done equal to half base into height for triangle. So half into 2 into 5 plus 5 into 4 minus 2, we get 2, plus again triangle half base into height 6 minus 4 equal to 2 into 5. Here 2 cancel out, we get W equal to 5 plus 10. Again here 2 cancel out, plus 5, we get 20 joules. 20 joules. So clearly the area under force displacement graph will give work. The work done by the variable force W equal to integral F into dx. Work done by the variable force W equal to integral f into dx. For example, if f equal to kx, now what is the work done to increase the position from x1 to x2? x1 to x2. What is the work done? Means work done equal to integral x1 to x2 f of dx. F means here integral x1 to x2 kx dx. So k constant taken out from integration, k integral x dx means x square by 2 having limits x1 to x2. Therefore, half k into x2 square minus x1 square. So work done by the variable force W equal to, we take integral f into dx, we take integration. So that here we get half k into x2 square minus x1 square. Now work done to compress or elongate the spring. Work done to compress or elongate the spring, that is equal to half k x square, where k is the spring constant. K equal to force per unit elongation, spring constant. So work done to compress or elongate the spring, W equal to half kx square. Work done to increase the elongation from x1 to x2. Therefore, W equal to half k into x2 square minus x1 square. Work done to increase the elongation of spring from x1 to x2, half k x2 square minus x1 square. A rod of length L and mass m is placed horizontally on surface of the earth. Now, what is the work done against the gravity to arrange the rod vertically? What is the work done? Work done equal to mg into L by 2, that is mgl by 2, because the entire weight is acting at center of gravity or center of mass, that is L by 2 from the base. A rod of length L lies horizontally on surface of the ground. Now work done to arrange the rod vertically against the gravity, W equal to mgl by 2. A simple pendulum of length L and m is the mass of the bob suspended freely. Now work done to displace the pendulum by an angle theta. Work done to displace the pendulum by an angle theta. W equal to mgl into 1 minus cos theta. Here, so this is, we know total length is L and this is h equal to, this one is L cos theta, it is a right angle triangle, so that h equal to L minus L cos theta, that is L into 1 minus cos theta. Therefore work done W equal to mgl into 1 minus cos theta. Similarly, a rod of length L, mass m is hang freely. Now work done to displace the rod by an angle theta. Work done to displace the rod by an angle theta equal to mg L by 2 into 1 minus cos theta. We take here center of gravity h equal to L by 2. So work done to displace the rod W equal to mg L by 2 into 1 minus cos theta. No. Work done to lift the body inside the water. We say that dW is the density of water and m is the mass of the body, dB is the density of the body. Work done to lift the body inside the water to a height h, W equal to mgh into 1 minus density of water divided by density of the body. Density of water divided by density of the body. Work done to lift the body inside the water, W equal to mgh into 1 minus density of water by density of the body. Now, if body moving on rough surface, the work done against the friction equal to mu mg into s. It is moving on rough surface. The work done against the friction, that is mu frictional force acting in backward direction. The work done against the friction W equal to mu mg into s. Now body is sliding up along smooth inclined plane of length L. Theta is the angle of inclination. Work done equal to mg sin theta into L, and work done to move up along rough inclined plane W equal to mg into sin theta plus mu cos theta into L. Sin theta plus mu cos theta into L to move up along rough inclined plane of length L. Theta is the angle of inclination. The work done to increase the height of the body from H1 to H2. That work done W equal to mg H2 minus H1, that equal to change of potential energy. Work done to increase the position from H1 to H2 height or position, W equal to mg into H2 minus H1. And a uniform chain of mass m, length L, a uniform mass m and length L hanging over edge of the table. 1 by nth part of its length is hanging over edge. 1 by nth part of its length is hanging over edge of table. Now the work done to lift this hanging part onto the table. Work done to lift this hanging part onto the table. W equal to mgl by 2n square. mgl by 2n square. W equal to mgl by 2n square. Very, very important one. And next one, energy. The capacity to do work is called energy. The capacity to do work is called energy. Mechanical energy means sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. Mechanical energy means sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. Now, first of all, kinetic energy. Kinetic energy means the energy possessed by the body by virtue of its motion is called kinetic energy. Energy possessed by the body by virtue of its motion is called kinetic energy. For example, a body of mass m moving with velocity v. The kinetic energy of the body by virtue of its motion half mv square. The kinetic energy of the body Ke equal to half mv square, or kinetic energy Ke equal to half m into v bar dot v bar. V bar dot v bar, that equal to half m v square in vector form. We know that momentum P equal to mass into velocity. Momentum of the particle P equal to mass into velocity. Now the relation between kinetic energy and momentum. Kinetic energy Ke equal to half m v square. Now kinetic energy equal to half mv into v, that is half p into v, or kinetic energy Ke equal to p square by 2m. Kinetic energy Ke equal to p square by 2m. So kinetic energy equal to p square by 2m, or momentum p equal to square root of 2m into Ke. If momentum constant P is constant, therefore kinetic energy inversely proportional to mass. So Ke1 by Ke2 equal to m2 by m1. If mass constant, so kinetic energy directly proportional to P square. For example, if momentum increased by x%, then what is the percentage increase of kinetic energy? If momentum increased by x%, then what is the percentage increase of kinetic energy? So given that momentum increased by x%, means P2 minus P1 by P1 into 100 equal to x. What is the meaning of this? The momentum increased by x% means P2 minus P1 by P1 into 100 equal to x. Implies P2 by P1 minus 1 equal to x by 100. Therefore, P2 by P1 equal to 1 plus x by 100, that equal to 100 plus x by 100. Now, kinetic energy directly proportional to P square. Therefore, Ke2 by Ke1 equal to P2 by P1 whole square. Now we need percentage change of kinetic energy, that is Ke2 by Ke1 minus 1 into 100 equal to P2 by P1 whole square minus 1 into 100. We get here P2 by P1 equal to 100 plus x by 100 whole square minus 1 into 100 plus x whole square by 100. So take LCM, that is 100 plus x whole square minus 100 square by 100 square into 100. 100 cancel out. So we get 100 plus x into whole square minus 100 square by 100. Now further written as a square minus b square means a plus b into a minus b. Similarly, if momentum decreased by x%, that is P2 minus P1 by P1 into 100 equal to minus x, means momentum decreased by x%, which implies P2 by P1 minus 1 equal to minus x by 100, which implies P2 by P1 equal to 1 minus x by 100, that is 100 minus x by 100. Now the percentage change of kinetic energy, that is Ke2 by Ke1 minus 1 into 100 equal to P2 by P1 whole square minus 1 into 100, which implies 100 minus x by 100 whole square minus 1 into 100. Similarly, if kinetic energy increased by x%, that is K2 minus K1 by K1 into 100 equal to x. That is K2 by K1 minus 1 equal to x by 100. Therefore, K2 by K1 equal to 1 plus x by 100, that equal to 100 plus x by 100. Now we need percentage change of momentum. So we have a relation between kinetic energy and momentum, Ke equal to P square by 2m, which implies P square equal to 2m into Ke, then P equal to square root of 2m into Ke. Therefore, P2 by P1 equal to root K2 by K1. Now percentage change of momentum, that is P2 minus P1 by P1 into 100 equal to root K2 by K1 minus 1 into 100, which is equal to square root of 100 plus x by 100 minus 1 into 100, that is root 200 plus x by 10 minus 1 into 100. Take LCM, root 100 plus x minus 10 into 10. So this is the percentage change of momentum. We know the relation between kinetic energy and momentum, Ke equal to P square by 2m. For small changes, delta Ke equal to 2 delta Ke by Ke directly equal to 2 into delta P by B. delta Ke by Ke into 100 equal to 2 into delta P by P into 100. This equation for small changes. Now, if a body of mass m projected with velocity u and angle theta with horizontal, so we know it follow the parabolic path. The initial kinetic energy of the body E equal to half m u square. Now when body is at highest point of trajectory, that is u cos theta, therefore kinetic energy of the body equal to half m u cos theta whole square, that equal to half m u square cos square theta, that is half m u square means e cos square theta. And at the same time potential energy equal to mgh, that is mg into maximum height h equal to u square sin square theta by 2g, that is u square sin square theta by 2g, g cancel out, again half mu square means e, so e into sin square theta. Next one, potential energy. The energy possessed by the body by virtue of its position or condition or state or configuration is called potential energy. By virtue of its position or state or condition or configuration is called potential energy. Potential energy is defined only for conservative forces. It is defined only for conservative forces. For conservative force, F equal to minus du by dr, F equal to minus du by dr. Therefore, du equal to minus F into dr, integral du equal to minus of integral F into dr. Integral du equal to minus integral F into dr. For example, a body is at a height h from the surface of the earth, at a height h from the surface of the earth. M is the mass of the body. The potential energy of the body equal to mgh. For a body is at a height h from the surface of the earth, the potential energy equal to mgh. A cubical block of mass m having dimensions lbh. A cubical block of mass m having dimensions lbh. Now the potential energy, if potential energy equal to mg h by 2, and now it is arranged vertically, so now the potential energy is like this. Potential energy equal to mg L by 2. Work done equal to change of potential energy. Work done equal to change of potential energy. Next important one, work energy theorem. Work energy theorem. According to work energy theorem, the work done by all the forces is equal to change of kinetic energy. The work done by all the forces, internal, external, all the forces equal to change of kinetic energy. W equal to half m v square minus half m u square. Now W means F into S equal to half m v square minus half m u square. Work done by all the forces equal to change of kinetic energy. If U equal to 0, therefore, work done by all the forces equal to half m v square. Half m v square. And next one is law of conservation of mechanical energy. Law of conservation of mechanical energy. Mechanical energy means the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. The sum of kinetic energy and potential energy is called mechanical energy. So according to law of conservation of mechanical energy, the total mechanical energy of the system remains constant if internal forces are conservative and external forces do no work. Internal forces are conservative and external forces do no work. So the total mechanical energy remains constant. Now based on this, we can explain the freely falling body. For freely falling body, a body of mass m dropped freely from a height h. So A is the initial position. Now at this position, at A, body velocity 0, so the kinetic energy 0, and by virtue of its potential position, potential energy equal to mgh. Therefore mechanical energy equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy, that equal to 0 plus mgh equal to mgh. Now another location before reaching the ground, we say that B at a height x from top and from base it is h minus x. Here velocity we say that v dash. At B the potential energy equal to, by virtue of its position, mg into h minus x, and velocity at B, so you know formula v dash or vb or v dash equal directly v dash equal to square root of 2g into x, using equation of motion v square minus u square equal to 2as. Therefore kinetic energy equal to half m v dash square, that is half m into root 2gx whole square, that equal to m into 2gx by 2 cancel out, we get mgx. Therefore, the mechanical energy at point B equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy, that is mgx plus mg into h minus x, that is mgx plus mgh minus mgx plus mg cancel out, we get mgh. Equation 2. Now on reaching the ground, we say that at C velocity is v. So v equal to v at C velocity v equal to simply square root of 2gh. The kinetic energy equal to half mv square, that equal to half m into root 2gh whole square, we get mgh. And potential energy equal to 0 because on reaching the ground. Therefore mechanical energy equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy, that is mgh plus 0 equal to mgh. So that at any location the total mechanical energy remains constant. So here clearly at A the total energy in the form of potential energy, at B it has some part kinetic energy and some part potential energy, at C completely converted into kinetic energy, but at any position the total mechanical energy remains constant. So it will obey the law of conservation of mechanical energy.